Hi, my name is Big, and I live in my 2011 BMW. I'm making this video as a follow-up to the first one I made to give some background as to why I believe I'm being stalked and how it all began. I attended a school in spring of 2020 called Arizona State University for 6 weeks by force, in essence. I requested to be removed from all of my classes, as in withdrawn from all of my classes after the ad withdrawal date, and I was denied. The request was denied. The system requires that not only the advisor approve of it, but also not only that all of your professors approve, but your advisor has to approve as well. So it's like a two-part system. And for whatever reason, the engineering advisor refused to sign off on it. He refused. So let me first go back. I had toured Arizona State University twice, and I did not like it. But because I did not want to go back to the East Coast, and I'm trying to, in essence, take a round piece and stick it into a square peg hole, or take a square peg and stick it into a round peg hole, I found myself in a situation where I was at a school that I absolutely did not like, but was trying to grin and bear it, at least for one semester. But I said to myself, if I absolutely hated it, I'll just withdraw. So when I actually started classes, I didn't start classes until 3 weeks after everyone else. So I don't think I started classes until, I think it was either January 21st or January 25th or 7th, something like that. It was later in the month. So they had already been in school for 3 weeks. And I had to pay a $100 fee to be added to the classes late. They charge you $100 if you want to start classes after everyone else has already started classes, after the normal start date. So I'm taking classes and I don't like it. I mean, I'll say the first day is okay, but I don't really like it. I don't like the feel. I don't like it. But I hang in there, and then I realize that it's a freaking soft school. And once I realized it was a soft school, I was like, I definitely do not want to go to school here. But I said, I don't want to go back to the East Coast. I really don't want to go back to the East Coast. Even though that's where I ultimately wanted to go to school. I wanted to go to school at Duke. And so I wind up pushing through till I just can't push through anymore. I'm like, fuck this. I can't take this shit. I don't want to go to school here anymore. Well, by this time, a couple things I've noticed. I noticed that I feel like I was being watched. I totally felt like I was being watched. And also, I was leaving campus, I attended main campus in Tempe. And a couple things happened. One, a construction worker told me that he thought he saw a couple people in my car. He said he thought he saw some people break into my car. And he said he pointed right there to his left to a Tempe police officer. And he said he was right here and he didn't do anything. And he said, but maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it wasn't your car. He said, but I thought I saw some people break into your car. Okay. And then the second thing was, when I was leaving campus, I would park at Tempe Lake Park's visitor parking area. So it's actually a park, an actual park. And down near the water, they have sand. Yes, they have sand. And yes, it's Arizona, but it's not sand like that. They'll put sand there. They put sand there at Tempe Lake Park to make it look like a beach, give it like a beach feel. But no, it's not sand. It's not naturally desert sand. So I'm leaving campus really, really late, and I'm walking through downtown Tempe, and I'm walking across the bridge, and I hear noise. I hear talking, and I hear laughing, and I look, and I'm like, that's my BMW. And I could have swore I saw my BMW move. I could have sworn I saw my BMW move. Now, I'm farsighted, so I can see far away. I just can't see close up. I mean, I can see close up, but it'll be kind of a little bit out of focus without my reading glasses on. Like right now, I'm looking at the screen on my camera, and I can see, but it's a tiny bit out of focus, but I can still see it. I have to push my head, like move my head backward to get it clear. So I know what the fuck I was seeing. I saw my fucking BMW fucking move. And I couldn't hear what was going on exactly, but I could hear. And it moved, and then by the time I got back there, I was like, well, maybe it's not mine, because I parked over there before, and there were BMWs. And let me just tell you, this is Arizona. This is Phoenix, Arizona, but I'm in Tempe. In Phoenix, it's nothing to have a BMW. Like, almost everybody has a fucking BMW. It's not a big deal. I've seen people in the hood drive Maseratis, and I'm not even joking. I've seen people come from straight, because I've gone to the hood to wash my car, to have my car washed. And I'm telling you, it's nothing to have a BMW in Phoenix. You know, in Arizona, you have a BMW, big deal. I'm being serious. It's not a big deal. So, and I parked over there plenty of times. Like I said, I started parking at what I called my free parking spot, and I would either get on the free trolley or walk. And so I saw my BMW move, but I was like, maybe it's not my BMW, because this is Arizona, and I've seen BMWs over there before, so maybe it's not my BMW. So I get over there, and my BMW is kind of in the same spot, but not really. Now, mind you, my fob has died. I have the unfortunate pleasure of having a fob that BMW made that you have to replace the entire fob with, which will cost you about $350, which is not a big deal to me. Wasn't at the time, but I wasn't I wasn't in a rush to have it replaced, because one, it was still working, but it would work sporadically. So sometimes I would click it and it would lock the doors, and other times it wouldn't. And I keep forgetting that the fob actually has a key in the inside. If you look at your key ring, there's like three. Let me see. I'm gonna pull out my key. There's like 3 lines or 2 lines on your key ring on your actual fob. And my BMW has three lines. And if you pinch those 3 lines, a key will detach. And it may not look like your actual house key, but it is a key. It's like a long stick, metal stick. Well, that's the key. And my BMW is 2011, like I said, so it's old. And I have a lock on the side of the driver's side door. That's the only side of the door that actually have a physical lock, like you would have to your home or your apartment or your condo. And you stick the key, the stick, in the fob. I mean, you stick the stick into the key holder. Okay, so I would keep forgetting that even though my fob doesn't work, I have an actual key. I have a physical key that I can pull out of the fob. So basically, the fob houses the key, the stick. But I would always forget that. So I believe that I either didn't lock my car or I did lock my car. But then it brings me to the question, well, how the fuck would my car move? So this is going to bring you to this. I'm going to bring these 2 stories together, what I told you earlier and about my car moving. I believe that whoever broke into my BMW, I had paperwork from when I bought my Beamer in the car. I just left it in the car. I just left it in the glove compartment. I was not thinking about it. I'm a pack rat, and I just shoved it in there. Instead of me taking it home, I just shoved it in there. When I brought it, I just shoved it in there. And I kept saying I need to take it home, but I never did. I think that whoever broke into my BMW got the information of the dealership, the small dealership on the East Coast where I bought my BMW. And I believe that they contacted the dealer, and he sent them a copy of my fob, which, again, he's going to get TCB'd. And you'll figure out soon enough what TCB means, trust me. So I think they got my actual, they have a copy of my fob sent to them by the dealer on the East Coast. Which is why later, at some point later, I don't know how many weeks, days this was, I saw my BMW move when I had it parked at Tempe Lake Park, and I was physically walking across the bridge. Now, let's go back further. When I was on campus, when I was attending school there for 6 weeks, I would go to the engineering lab. Now, at Arizona State University's main campus, they have 2 labs. They have the old lab, the old engineering lab or library, and they have the new engineering lab or library. Rarely did I go to the new one. I probably went there maybe twice, and that was probably because it was COVID. And this was before they shut down the campus. So I went to the old lab. I used to go to the old engineering lab because I just like going to that lab. It was the closest to, and within walking distance from wherever I was, and plus I just like going to that lab for whatever reason. So I would go there and I would do work, looking crap on the internet, stuff like that. And yes, I did have a laptop. So I'm one of those people who have my laptop and I still like a desktop. I still like a desktop, so I had both going on. Okay, so I'm at the lab and I have stomach issues. Like something is going on. I don't know what the hell I ate, but something is going on. So I go to the restroom in the old engineering lab. But what I forget to bring is my stuff. So I leave my purse. Yes, I know. I leave my purse, and I've done this before. I've left my purse in the movie theater. I've left my purse so many places, it's not even funny. But it's always there, and it always has all the stuff in it, thank God. So I leave my purse, I left my backpack, and I left my laptop. And I don't think I locked my laptop, and my purse obviously has my ID and my house keys and everything, because I was subletting at the time. And I had in my backpack I had some mail that was important, like stuff I needed to remember to pay, stuff like that. And I needed to take that home too, but I would always forget to put it in that, like take it out of my backpack and put it on the counter. I would always forget that. But some of the bills were things I needed to remember to pay, or bills I needed to call about. And then there was my flash drives in my backpack. And in my flash drives, I had a copy of my driver's license, I had a copy of my social security card, I had a copy of my signature card. I had to have this was back when I used to do temp work, and for whatever reason they would not accept when you do a PDF file and you type out your name and the PDF would write it out for you. Well, they wouldn't accept that. They wanted you to have a physical signature on the document. So I kept my signature card on my flash drive. Now, mind you, none of these flash drives are password protected, unfortunately. They're basic flash drives that you can get from any store, pharmacy, wherever. You can buy these flash drives. And so all this information is there, and I'm in the restroom for a really, really long time because I can't get going. You get what I'm going with this. I cannot get things going. But my stomach is bothering me. It's bothering me. So I'm like constipated, and my stomach is really bothering me. So I'm in there for a really long time. So eventually I come out, and I don't know, something is off. To the right of me, there's nobody immediately. But all the way down to at the other end of the table are, I think there's 2 boys, one Spanish and one white. And I'm going to tell you right now that you're not going to like me. You're really, really not going to like me because the language I'm going to use, not just foul language as in obscenities, but yeah, I'm going to use racial epithets. And let me tell you, to all of you guys who seem to have a problem with my language, I don't give a fuck. Excuse me. I don't give a fuck. So, if you're being stalked, you can characterize the people who are stalking you as anything you wish to any way you wish, in any manner you wish. So I'm going to use the fucking language I want to use. How about that? And if you don't like it, you can click off this motherfucking video. Alright? So there's 2 people. There's a cracker, there's a fucking spick. So there's a white person, and then there's a Spanish person there. And I'm not really paying attention to them because I have to, whatever I'm doing, I'm like kind of engrossed in my stuff. But something is off. And I hear them talking, but I don't really pay attention to what the fuck they're saying. But I have a feeling that those two fuckers were two of the motherfuckers who went into my backpack, went into my purse, and went and got my IP address from my laptop. That's what I'm thinking. Now, how does this tie to Chris Brown? Well, this is back when I used to have a YouTube account, as in not a content creator, and let me just say for the record, I'm not a content creator. It has taken me a lot of bravery to create this channel because I am at my wit's end. I created this channel for the sole purpose of trying to gather information so that I can prosecute the people who are stalking me. And I'll make another video as to the extent to which they've been stalking me, but I just want to set that up. So I had a regular YouTube account, and I'm not even sure if I had a YouTube account then or was logged into it. I think I just was looking at videos on my laptop, and I was looking at these videos, and these are videos of basic music videos.